the initial concept for this thing, I did want them coming out of the water. And I wanted the Native Americans to be on the beach and where they were seeing each other. And so when I say, I was using the word cultural, I would say European interface, but cultural, is the Europeans came into this bay out here one day after the natives had possession of all that we see around here for roughly 30,000 years, is arguable, but they had it to themselves for a very long time before the Europeans came in. And you can almost imagine the day that they looked out and there was a sail in the bay, not understanding what it was and what are these funny looking men that came ashore, either with or without clothes, Charlie. But I was representing the man that the European that looks like a conquistador. He's actually, I'm using the word as an explorer. More of the conquistadors were more South American, Mesoamerican. But the Spanish, the French, English, everyone came in here in increments of roughly 50 to 100 years, oftentimes not knowing that someone else had already been here. And each time they'd come, they'd bring more ill wind with them, you might say. The natives suffered mightily from European diseases, common cold being influenza, that kind of thing. But so I wanted to kind of mark the idea that it wasn't one single event where a European came up on these shores and saw these, we think of the Karankawa Indians was a culture that was here, and they were lofty, large fellows, commonly 6 feet tall, the males. And that was at a time when the common European was approximately 5 feet, or maybe even less. So they would come in, and I thought it would make an interesting moment to represent is when they first laid eyes on each other. So the thing that right now that all of you have been so generous to support this effort are the European part. And there'll be up on a hill that kind of like a sand dune, that would be 12 feet tall, and then the figures are what they call 1.5 times life size, which are 9 feet tall. So there'll be two groups of three, the Europeans and the Native Americans later after we get this first part done. And the folks that were sitting at this table earlier, Moose Johnson, Roy Johnson is his real name, has generously committed to bringing the barges, drag lines, trucks, and personnel to come and help us. Jennifer has been overseeing all the test samples and just thousands of details. This evening that we're enjoying right now is her and other ladies that volunteered to put this wonderful evening on. But I really want you to know it's a heartfelt thank you for your being here and being a friend and sharing some of these stories. Anyway, thank all of you so much for being here and helping us.